says, "Thank you for trying to speak with me." Girl,
and Adam was gone.
I'm cooked.
And
I started crying 7 minutes into this episode, and I know this is just it's over for me. It's over. I'm going to be a wreck.
It's literally the first words that they're learning.
It's going to be so bad for me. Welcome back to another episode of Boys Love. We are recapping Moonlight Chicken episode 3 this week, and as always, I'm Adam.
I'm RJ. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back
to our little diner.
Moonlight Cheaters.
Oh! Were you one of the divas who watched Cheaters like at 12:31 a.m.?
No.
No? You didn't have cable TV in your room.
Oh, not in my room. No. What was the premise? They caught cheaters?
They caught cheaters. It's cops.
Like in the act of cheating, or like after the fact?
They find out that like they're a cheater, so they like
confront them, yeah. Exciting.
We should be doing some of that in this show, apparently.
True. So I just want to point out, this episode is titled "The Dream of the Eternal Moon."
The dream that you wish would come true.
What is that?
The dream that you wish would come true.
You wish you would.
You wish you would. You wish you would. You wish you would. You could do anything.
So we thought last week that one was like a visual merchandiser.
Retail diva.
Sure. Mm-hmm. It turns out.
End caps and fixtures. He's part of the art department of a mall developer.
Yes. Who is looking to purchase the block on which Moonlight Chicken sits and stands.
Perks.
So that's like a new, okay, so like again, and it's called out later in the episode, like, I would say probably one is probably technically closer to being like middle class.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, he's still like younger.
He's still younger, but he's a young professional. I think the class thing isn't. It's not just money, even though it is obviously, but it's also like the privileges that you get of like skilled, unskilled almost.
Can I be so honest about this?
Of course.
I am more interested in what this show has to say about class than Not Me. But I also think that's like where I'm at in my life.
Yeah.
I think like Not Me speaks to a younger
revolutionary
like mindset.
Yes.
And
we're a bunch of Uncle Jims.
We're a bunch of
Uncle Jims over here.
And I think there's still interesting nuance in this conversation, but I just find it more interesting.
Yeah.
I can see why people would find this boring though.
Totally. Yeah.
But it feels so real stakes, like real world.
It feels like it's not written. It's like, oh, this is, yeah.
I mean, it's like we're talking about gentrification.
Literally.
At the end of the day.
Because the thing is, even in this meeting, they're like, yeah, this is just one of the phases that will develop, and we don't know. It'll probably be a food court.
Yeah. It already is. People eat here.
It's literally just to make it like a new urban space.
Yep.
Like a food hall.
BGC.
It's Oh, so now you're saying you don't want to live in BGC. Okay.
I never said I wanted to.
On camera.
I just found it very interesting. Okay, so
yeah.
So that's one's job, and it's that doesn't bode well for what's coming down the pike. The like development team does a tour of the market. They run into Gaipa and his mom.
Yeah, this was weird because it's not like Gaipa's mom was like and so I don't know if they were like telling them that like, oh, we're from Marina, whatever, but they were wearing IDs, so it was like very weird. That, like,
I think she knows because she's very upset in that scene. She's like annoyed that this
is happening.
Seems like it keeps happening to communities.
Yeah,
that they're being. Honestly, gentrification is such a nuanced topic.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to come up here.
I did not expect it to come up here
because
at all.
I thought the mall was just a way to show that one is a working professional. That it wasn't
white collar, blue collar.
It was, yes. It wasn't. I didn't expect it to actually become like development.
I didn't foresee this coming at all. So,
but the bottoms are eyeing each other because now.
Oh, Gaipa and one are like.
One has been revealed. And so Gaipa's like,
who's gonna tell him first?
I see.
So, we learned that the name of the landlord that owns the building in which Moonlight Chicken is at is named Song. So we'll come back to him. Hart has started teaching Li Ming sign language. He says, "Thank you for trying to speak with me, girl."
And Adam was gone.
I'm cooked.
And
I started crying 7 minutes into this episode, and I know this is just it's over for me. It's over. I'm going to be a wreck.
It's literally the first words that they're learning.
It's going to be so bad for me. I already know.
It's funny because like all of the comments have been saying it, that like I watched this and I did not expect Hart Li Ming to like fully just take over. And I think it feels like fairy tale almost. Like it compared to how real the situation is.
I mean, it truly does feel like adult stakes versus, Hart's stakes are escalated. They are heightened, right? Because of his disability.
Yes.
But their storyline narrative feels so classic.
Yes.
Like, I don't even want. They're barely enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
I would say they're more friends to lovers. Is what we're gonna come to find out.
It feels like a YA novel.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. It feels like, I don't know, like Aristotle and Dante. It feels like any of those ilk, where like two friends happen to find each other. They're from two different worlds, which I think is very important for that narrative.
And they're like working together on something, and then through it become true love.
I know. Oh, it's so good.
And I just the way that they both show like vulnerability in a way that really for me is like, wow, this is how first love is truly portrayed. Like this is how it's supposed to look.
And I think the best part is like sometimes you'll watch something and it's about like, oh, it's their first time liking a guy, so there's like a little bit of, as a gay person, it's a little bit like, it's a little unbelievable that you've never had this thought before now.
Yeah.
But I like that they sprinkle enough of these little moments with Li Ming where he's like looking at other people that you're like, he hasn't not thought about it before this moment, but I don't know how much he's thought about it, right? Like, I think he knows maybe I'm different than other people, but I don't think it's right. Like, he's not like waving the pride flag at the parade, but he's on a trajectory that feels like different than some other BLs where it's just like, and then I just happened to fall in love with a guy.
Wow, I didn't even.
Whoops, sensei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't help but compare, obviously, to his character in My School President. And like, he was such an outgoing person in My School President. Here, he is a lot more reserved. That took me a while to kind of like, oh, this isn't My School President. I have to like see Fourth playing this character. Like I had to adjust.
So jealous of people who got to watch both of these happen in real time at the same time. Yeah. Because like they are so different. I mean, obviously like Gemini has a huge leap to go from like basically non-verbal character to like the school president. Right? But like the accurate, guys, I could talk forever about how good Fourth is.
Yeah.
I'm not picking him as my MVP today, but I easily could. Easily. But I don't want to turn this into 8 weeks of me picking
of the second character. Yeah. But I feel like that's always, I mean, in a lot of the GMM ones specifically, I feel like there's always a secondary couple or a secondary character
not
that
my
always...
school president.
Ooh. Yeah.
No, we liked Ford and Mark.
We did.
Yeah.
But we never like made them tertiary MVPs though. I'm thinking of like in Not Me and Only Friends, like First Cow always, like first for me was always like, wow. I know I get what's happening in the whole show, but like
oh, but are you calling them the second couple?
Who, Hart and Li Ming?
No, First Cow in
Only
Ray
Friends?
Sand.
Yeah, because
Sand Ray, sorry.
Weren't they supposed... It wasn't Force Book the quote-unquote main couple?
Well, I don't know how technically Bill... I mean, like, I felt like they were like equal. They were like two co-couples. And then like Nick Boston was definitely for sure. If they were both main couples, then they were for sure the second couple.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, you'd probably have to compare the amount of scenes. I do think probably if you were going technically, because the show really does follow book's character, then
couldn't tell you those names. Mew.
Mm-hmm. Top Mew.
Literally 2 years ago.
I know. Like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Back to Moonlight Chicken. Which also happened 2 years ago. The other thing I really want to commend the show about is the choice that they made to not have them text each other. Because when you think about it, there's no good goddamn reason that these two characters, the way they talk, isn't like texting.
Yeah. It is
the
through a notepad.
fact that it's tactile, it's a notepad.
And then Hart's mom will do it too.
Yeah.
Hart's mom giving the notepad. Mm-hmm. We bought these in bulk.
And even if it's like, oh, maybe Hart doesn't have a phone, which I find that hard to believe, but maybe he doesn't because she really wants him so isolated. She's not the mom from that texting documentary that just dropped.
That Adam didn't watch, but
Adam did watch all the TikToks about it. The fact, like, so maybe he doesn't have a phone, but like, I'm sure there's a computer in that house,
right?
Which you'd be easily able to like
type, yeah.
But something about you have to be close to each other in order to have these conversations. Like you have to be close enough to hand the pad back and forth. Like there's not a second notepad, right? Like I just think the simplicity of it really enhances that love story.
See, I didn't catch this at first, but you talking about it, it's really coming through in this episode specifically that like Li Ming is gay, like, or queer or something. That like all of those moments I have just always thought of like, oh, he's not like his friends because of the privilege thing and he doesn't have that, which is also there. But now, because how quickly he is in getting so close to Hart, literally close.
There's a moment in this episode when he is driving the motorcycle
and he's
down,
watching like
and
he
looks at the couple on the side.
I know.
And it's not.
It's
there's
not
a
like
bit of
I
wish I had that, but it's not about I wish I had a girlfriend. And it's so, and I'm putting a lot on this, right? Because I am gay.
I don't know this director, like it feels like he is doing a lot of, I said showing not telling, and these small moments. I wonder if he has kind of, his story is kind of Li Ming's story. I feel like there's something there that it does feel like Li Ming maybe feels really nuanced in a way that like,
I mean, this is an original story. It's not based on anything. Right. So it is interesting to choose Last Twilight later, which the Piaf does do Last Twilight. That's based on a novel.
Yeah.
But this having like a character with disabilities but it's like so maybe I don't know. I haven't looked into like but if maybe he's talked about it or anything. Or even if he just has members of his family that like, you know, I don't know what the full tea is on that, but it feels like this whole show feels very lived in.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that he chose to make it in the city that he grew up in, because you can feel the push and pull that people have with their hometown.
Yes, totally.
Of like, I love it, and it's also I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
What I also didn't like catch.
I could shoot a beautiful movie about South Bend, Indiana.
Why would you? It's called Rudy. It's been done.
It's already been done.
So you don't need to do it.
I don't need to do it.
What I found really fascinating that they brought up here too is, Li Ming asking if like, well, you can read lips, right? And like Gemini's character Hart says like, not real, like kind of alludes that like I have to be really close to her or like get used to it, which made me think like that is interesting that like he doesn't read lips, like this character. But then you think about it, his family doesn't talk to him. No one no one talks to him.
And lip reading is like, I think like I've listened to people who've talked about like working with like members of the deaf and hard of hearing community that like it's so much harder than like someone just trying to learn even a bit of sign language. Yeah. I'm so impressed with the parents who like try to teach their kids like just a bit of fundamental basics of sign language from an early age, because like as a kid it's so tactile that like it's easy to learn, and then they can also like communicate that even if they can't like speak or something like that, or if they're so upset that they can like sign something. I think it's brilliant. If I had kids, I would for sure. I mean, I would be having them in.
Well, they'd be learning sign language, but then they also learn Korean and Thai and Mandarin and Japanese and I guess Filipino, multiple Filipino languages.
And then, do we want Spanish? No.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, yes. Maybe a little Bem-vindo, maybe a little Portuguese. Yes. No falo Portuguese.
Hype's doing that little like Latin group.
Are they?
Yeah, they're doing Dream Academy, but Latin boys.
Oh, boys?
Yes, it's gonna be a boy group.
I thought we were talking about the other one.
Prelude. No,
that's what it's called.
Yeah, their group is called Prelude.
I don't want to talk about any of that. Jim has a big order to take to the shrine.
Okay. Because it's
Loi Krathong.
Loi Krathong.
Which is absolutely not how it's pronounced, but we're doing our best. Loi Krathong. So Wooden offers to help him take the order over to the temple.
Chickens to the temple.
They deliver them. We learn that, like, Jim sponsors this festival every year. He does not have the funds to be doing this, as we all know at this point. Meanwhile, he doesn't know what Win knows about his restaurant. So there's this unease that one has over this whole situation. They go in, they pray at the temple, and while they're there, one asks him, I have a chance? I really don't have a chance. Truly. Immediate flashback. Brought on by us, by the way, because I literally paused it. And I was like, Papang hasn't been in the show yet. Maybe Papang's the landlord. No. Papang was not the landlord.
We press play and Papang's the ex-boyfriend. They do the bow and then the coming up. It's the flashback.
Oh my god, it was
so good.
It's so good.
Papang is a smiley ex-boyfriend. They are like, we're starting this business together. They're praying at the temple, and their prayer is that like I hope this business like lasts as strong as our love is. Okay.
Here's the question.
Woo.
Do you believe more Earth as old man Jim? Or do you believe Papang in Not Me as old man who owns
Old Gumpa?
Old Gumpa.
Maybe they're both on the same level for me, because every time I keep thinking about like, well, maybe I buy Earth more, or like I buy Earth less.
Oh, okay.
But then I'm like, no, but Gumpa, like
Gumpa had way less to do.
That's true. We don't see him a lot.
So it's not a total fair 1-to-1.
I'll say pretty evenly. It's funny because like later we'll see Wun's dad, and he's been in like a million things. I think he was Black and White's dad.
He was Black and White's dad, yeah.
So I was like, okay, so they've got actual old people. Older.
That's only weird because they make a whole show of being like, am I supposed to call you uncle? Like, are we peers? Yeah. And I'm like, you're clearly not peers.
No.
You're not the same age.
You are older.
You are older, sir. Yeah. Let's not. We all have eyes. Okay. There is a little bit of a level that I really buy the way Earth is playing.
Yes, totally.
Not old, but very mature.
He fits in the setting, and like they've built this character that like he's almost like someone revered in the community. Gumpa was confusing as a character in the setting that he's in.
We also actually technically don't know that he was supposed to be old.
That's true.
I think we just made that up while we were talking about
we
the
said
show.
like what they're trying to do with the character makes more sense if he was
they
older.
They were doing a Mr. Miyagi situation.
And yes, or like my generation couldn't do it. You should do it.
Right. So maybe he wasn't.
Maybe he wasn't. And
maybe he was supposed to be 24 or whatever.
But it's kind of a gag that they put these two old hags as the couple.
Listen. They kissed, and I was like, "Hey, woo.
I'm into that."
So they were together.
Yeah.
They opened Moonlight Chicken together.
It is their restaurant.
I didn't even write down. I don't even think he says Papang's character name. I don't think he calls him his name.
He said because we kept making the joke like, is his name Moonlight or Moon?
Oh yeah, I don't think he said. I don't think he says. We learned that they open the restaurant together, and then we get another flashback where he opens Uncle Jim opens his phone. Opens Papang's phone. Not Papang the character. Opens his phone and sees photos of him
with with a twink.
Was it?
It was a very twinky. I think that's what it was supposed to be. That it was like a twinky young guy.
Oh, that's funny because I didn't know
if it was.
I thought it was a woman.
If it was a woman,
it's alluding to like it's
there's
somebody,
someone else.
It's not you.
It's not Uncle Jim.
It's not a photo of you.
Yeah.
But there's also not enough there for me to be like, so he was cheating.
But it was so weird because
they were just like selfie. It wasn't like.
But then Papang was like.
Looking through my phone?
Yeah, and it's like, don't worry, there's nothing in there, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then, like, says a line that was very much, like, my love for you is whatever. Like, as a joke, but it's like, our love is solid, basically.
Yeah.
Because he has to go back home. He says that he's going to go back home to visit and stay with his mom.
But what I think is so which is clearly a lie, because if it is cheating, that's where he's going to go cheat.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to spend the night with someone else. But that's the thing is, I don't know if there's enough there for me to believe that he cheated.
People in the comments said that there is more.
There's more to come. There's for sure more to come. It feels like it's not complete.
Because the way they ended it, we're like, that can't be the end,
because he twists his ring, he takes his ring off, and then it cuts.
We're back.
And then, like, the next thing Jim says is, like, I both love and hate this diner for multiple reasons. Which I think is fascinating. And we'll talk about careers. But here's my guess. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. Don't tell me if I'm right. Here's my guess. My guess is that he didn't cheat, but like it started to crack.
Yeah.
Meaning like
he was trying to find a way out, or he was trying to find a flaw, maybe, or just like he has a hard time trusting or something, because like. He feels like he can't give himself over, like he can't let someone else have control. Yeah. Oh.
I don't want to say Jim is a controlling character, but I think like...
Well, it wasn't clear like what his job is. Like he says that like I quit my career so that we could start this business together. Yes. But Jim is the one cooking and running the restaurant. So I was like,
it might have been more split back when they were working together, when they opened it originally. I think the other thing that is fascinating that they do tell you in this episode is his sister was consistently telling him
a man and a man
cannot love each other in the same way a man and a woman can.
Yeah.
So I think maybe not, it doesn't matter. But I don't think it helps when you have someone consistently in your ear
telling you
this can't work anyway.
Yeah.
And I think maybe we might peel back the layers and discover that that's the true reason why he like can't give himself over to someone. Yeah. Is because he started to believe it himself, which isn't great.
No.
Maybe that's not it. I do like the line about I love and hate this diner. I think that's really good. Song the next day delivers the bad news in person and gets a free meal, much to Li Ming's chagrin.
Yeah, it's like why does he deserve free meals when he can afford meals?
Yes. The other thing we learn is that if they want to buy the building instead of him selling it to the developer, he has to come up with 300,000 baht. He doesn't even have enough baht.
He doesn't have 3,000 baht to pay off the woman that fell.
To the woman that got hit on the motorcycle. That he hit. That he nearly killed.
Yeah.
Backing into her at 1 mile an hour. Okay? So that probably won't go anywhere. But then my other thought was like, is the community going to come together to rally? And
that's what it feels like.
That feels very like, everybody go watch Christmas on the Square. Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square. Why not? 'Tis the season. It's a Burr month.
It didn't feel like it was fun enough for us to tell people to watch. I mean, I guess if you like Dolly, she does.
If you like Dolly or Christine Baranski.
Yeah.
Or you like the idea of
Jennifer Lewis.
Dolly Parton playing an angel who tries to kill a child to teach
a lesson to Christine Baranski.
Yeah. If you like any of that, that's interesting.
But yeah, I think there is something that like his efforts will be paid off by all the sacrifices that he's made in order to provide for this town.
Jim tells Li Ming basically like kids don't need to know. Blah 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 blah.
That line
which
was
also
crazy.
Sets off Li Ming.
Obviously.
We're just the tensions are wrought.
They're not seeing eye to eye. He doesn't like there's a respect that they're not seeing from each other.
No. One calls him and is like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" They meet out next to a lighthouse. This is so weird because they're literally right next to a beach, and almost always in Thai BL, the beach scenes are like the most beautiful scenes.
Yeah.
Perfect blue waters.
I think they're saving it.
And this is the grayest,
it's gray. It's a gray day.
Scene I've ever seen in a Thai BL.
Yeah.
It was so gray.
So this shocked me. This shocked me that it was in the same episode when we find out that one finds out that like, oh, we're trying to bulldoze. That's the area that we want to get.
He tells him the truth.
He tells him the truth like right away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my guess is that they just have so much that we have to get through that it's like, why draw this out?
And I do think it like,
which I approve of.
I think this episode does a good job of making it like one is just who tells him what is happening. It's not because of one. It's not being pursued by one.
But I think it's also to set up that for the audience to be shocked that he is cheating. Because we're setting it up as like he's honest, he's truthful, he's doing the right thing.
He's doing the right thing by telling Uncle Jim. And
so when we find out at the end that he's
maybe not,
it's surprising.
Yeah.
So he tells Jim about the development, that he works for them. Jim is upset, not necessarily with him, but again, like I was talking about last week, I love that you can see why people are having the reactions they're having. It's nothing drives me more crazy than when someone has a reaction to something and you're like, well, you're not behaving like a rational human being.
Right.
All of these reactions are completely rational.
Yeah.
Of course Jim would be upset. But like have to be like, I can't look at you.
Yes.
Like
do not come back to the diner.
Mm-hmm. For tonight. He doesn't even say like forever. He says,
true.
Don't come tonight.
Yeah.
Gaipa later invites Jim to Loi Krathong in exchange for his offerance of his mom to talk to Song, like to plead his case.
Yeah.
To get him to not sell. Jim avoids saying yes.
He kind of avoids saying yes.
He skirts around it.
Yeah.
And
because we had a question like, does he know from the last episode? Does he know that Gaipa likes him?
Yeah. At this point, for sure, now I'm like convinced he knows. But I think, again, like, what's the deal? I don't know. Is it? I mean, it can't be that you think Gaipa's ugly.
No,
that for
I don't
sure
think
can't be it because
it doesn't seem like
we have eyeballs.
I don't think he's attracted to him or like he's into him. But I also think I think Gaipa represents for him like. Maybe he's too young. Maybe because he is like a hardworking guy as well. I think for Gaipa, he feels more like, I don't want to, quote unquote, like ruin your life by picking. Like if you were to pick me, it's almost like worse off.
I think My guess is with Gaipa, Jim has categorized him as like, you remember how when he hired one, he was like, I don't do what I did with you with people that I like associate with, basically.
He thinks of him as like,
he thinks he's like,
as his family.
Yes. Yeah. Like this is all found family. This whole show is found family.
Yeah.
Like, that is my family.
You are my community.
Yeah, right. And maybe a few gay people could learn that lesson. But I think, like, and that's on the surface, but the question is, like, what's the beneath that? That's like, why is he acting like, is it, I can't provide? Like, I don't have enough to provide for anybody?
Yeah.
But that doesn't, that's what I thought it was at first, but I don't know. The more I watch it, the more I don't know if I'm convinced that it's just he wants money. Because he doesn't seem to be a character that's like, I'm obsessed with getting more money. Right. And it's not like he's financially insecure, but it's not in a way where it's exhibiting in other forms of his life. He's not displaying like I'm trying to gamble or anything like that. Yeah, he just wants to be able to know that. That's why I think the sister okay thing is bigger than they're letting on. And why they haven't revealed what the her story is yet. I wonder if she. Okay, now my theories for her. This episode is tinfoil central. I mean, now what I'm thinking for her is that there was a reason why she's unable to take care of Li Ming. I don't think it's like a. What if she's like crazy? Like, what if she's like? I don't know if she's. I don't think she's. I don't think she's dead. But what if she's like? Because I think we would have already gotten a like Li Ming reference to being like, my mom died. But what if she's like an incapable mother? Like, there's something that she can't. Maybe she is working. Maybe she's like in rehab or something. I don't think it's that she's abroad, because I think in this episode is when we would have found out, when he says like, I want to go abroad. Yeah. So I don't think she's abroad. I don't know. It sounds like she has pretty conservative views, so it'd be shocking to me if she gave up Li Ming. I mean, what if it is the gay thing? What if she's kicked Li Ming out? It doesn't feel so overt. It feels like he's lived there for long enough that it would be weird. Like, he would be too young for her to have like realized that. Because it's not like he's like talking and a purse falls out of his mouth. He's not me, is what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very interested. Very interested. I've got my peepers peeped. Magnifying glass. Yeah, for what's going on over there. Jim later has a meeting with the school advisor. It's very uncomfortable. Did your school ever called you? No, you were a good. The only time school called my mom was when I skipped school to go to drive to a concert in Indianapolis, and then she found out, and I got grounded. My parents were never called to school. No, I was never called for like any academic purpose. No, I'm not saying that to brag, but like, look, we didn't have lives when we were kids. Hello. Clearly. He meets the school advisor. School advisor's like, I don't know about little Miss Li Ming. I'll be honest. Yeah, they're like, I don't know what faculty he's thought about, because there is none that he needs to like really turn things around if he even wants to go to college. Right. There are some faculties we're just it's not an option anymore. We've lost that. Mm-hmm. Jim obviously wants him to go to cram school, which is like the school that we talked about in I Told Sunset About You. Yeah. And then when he confronts Li Ming, he tells Jim that he wants to work abroad. Well, they make it very pointed that like the friends see Uncle Jim at school, and so they kind of like ask him like, oh, like, why is Uncle Jim here? And then they start talking about like, oh yeah, they started calling a bunch of the seniors because they of their parents, and it's like that time basically to be like, it's time to like get serious, almost. Yep. I do like that there's an aspect of the show that's like, did I talk about this last week? That it's a lot of his like reactions to like his friends talking around him. Yes, I love that. But I like that it doesn't feel like the consternation for Li Ming is that it's not my parents that take care of me.
No.
It doesn't feel like that's part of the storyline for this character.
It truly does feel like he wants to be, in some regards, independent, but is unable to because of the cards that he's been dealt with. Whether it's with it was with his mom or with his uncle now.
They have a fight.
Yeah, and this is like
Ming
classic.
leaves.
There is this scene made me like see that like they're both not seeing eye to eye. Like it's not because Li Ming is extra angsty as a teen.
Nope.
And it's not because
He's really, honestly, I'll say this, Fourth is really underplaying that angst.
How this character could be.
Yes. He's
Like,
not like, ugh, mom. Like, there's not that energy here.
And I think that is a testament still of like what I think that's gonna be the payoff at the end, is that like Uncle Jim might not think that he has exhibited being a good parental figure, but the fact that Li Ming is such a good kid, and like, I mean, obviously we're seeing it with how he acts with heart, but like, even as just like on paper, he goes to school and he works. Like, he's not out here just like bumming around like Leng is, you know?
Right.
Like he's
Okay, well, not
too much on Miss Mark. Okay,
not too much on my baby Lang.
Okay, he's working hard. He's gonna be a baby daddy. Okay,
Correct.
So I did love
He's off the gas.
I did love the two scenes we got of Mark just like peering at Uncle Jim.
Yes,
with one man and then with another. So I don't know what's going on here.
I just love.
Mark, I really think
you can't do anything wrong.
He is just it feels like his character is like, you've given us so much, Uncle Jim, that I'm trying to push you into like do something for yourself.
So he talks to Wen at like the mall. He runs into one, and Li Ming, and they talk, and he opens up, and like this conversation is so sweet. He asks him like, what did he want to be when he was little, and he says he wanted to be a zookeeper, and then he wanted to be a footballer, and now he wants to be a bartender. The trajectory of those is it's a
kid growing up.
Again, it's the thing that I was talking about last week where I'm like, I just love when you're still in that time where it's like, oh, it makes sense for you to be like, oh, I remember when I used to want to be a zookeeper. I can't tell you what I used to be wanted to be when I was little, except I know what it was. It was an actor.
It was an actor. I want to be a teacher.
I had the dream. I would have like I had a little whiteboard that I would like write out problems for my dad to solve.
I want to be a teacher, and then they started showing reruns of Zoom. They kept
wanted to be
and
on
I
Zoom.
was like, I want to be a Zoom kid.
Abby.
I want Abay Waban Tabed Tabu Babi Aba Zaboom Kabid Sabo Babad. Pablo's back. He showed me, but Pablo's doing Abi Dabi lessons on TikTok.
I saw.
Like the guy who does the like Korean song, please give me kimchi.
He says college isn't for everyone, and I don't know what I want to do.
Would you have taken that advice if someone you trusted or like idolized told you that like college isn't actually, you don't have to go to college?
College was very difficult for me because I had gone through most of my schooling not being challenged in a real way, so I had not developed. You didn't go
But you didn't go into college with that thought. You discovered that in college. So like going into college, you were like, I want to go to college.
I knew I wanted to go to college.
I can.
And I knew what I wanted to study, which I also think is an important part of the equation. I think, and this is like what I feel like not enough people talk about this movie. And people are going to be shocked that I'm bringing this up right now. Monsters University is a movie that's about people realizing they don't have to go to college.
They don't have to go to college.
And I think for so much, and for specific generations, that is like still the gold standard. And for a lot of people, that probably still is the gold standard, but it is not a one-size-fits-all approach. No. And there are many people who it is not a good fit for. And I also think, the thing that adults, like if I was giving advice to a teenager, God forbid. But
God forbid kids listen to me.
Don't ask me questions.
Don't ask me advice.
But if I was giving advice to a kid and they were like, I don't know what I want to do, I would be like, well then, I would definitely not go to an expensive, like, let's talk about America specifically. I would not go to an expensive school without any idea of what you want to study.
Try different things
I would
at
go to
like
a
city
community
college,
if
a community
anything.
college. Yeah. Try different things.
To get, like, maybe just your gen eds out of the way. And then if you really don't know what to do, just get your little associates. You have a degree.
Yeah.
Go out and then go on later and figure out what you want.
Yeah.
Because you're inevitably probably going to find something later that you'd be like, oh, I would want to learn that. I think the thing that adults, it's that once you get into being an adult, it's very hard to extract yourself and then go back to college. Like, I think that's the thing that adults fail on explaining to kids, like why they shouldn't not even just take a gap year, but like...
It's because we have the expectation that, like, you, as humans, we all get our education in one chunk.
Sum, yeah.
And then after that, you know everything. And you don't.
And you don't, Diva. I wish you did.
You really don't.
Wish you did. That's probably the advice I would give. But it's probably not... I don't know. It depends on the person.
Yeah, because there are people, like... in high school, even as kids, like, they know exactly what they want. Like, yeah, and like our friend, he like turned 30 and was like, I want to be an architect. And then he did.
I think it's just that it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard to...
It is a big commitment. And I think that's because, like, out of high school, you are still in a mind of, like, I can easily commit into something because I'm still in a learning place.
But the thing that I refuse to do is say, like, college is useless for anyone that tries it.
Yeah.
Because I think even as long as you are in an environment that is, like, fostering learning and development, I think learning, I think
just the act of learning and being with people
who talk and who think and are from
different places. Different places.
And media literacy. All of this is connected, Mama. It's all connected.
It's helpful. Yeah. I think sometimes unfortunately in our, like, society in America, it's like, oh, it doesn't really matter, quote unquote, what degree you get because you can just get a job and, like, you know, like, or, you know, like, they just value the job more so than the actual education. I
don't think the actual type of degree you get matters, truly, at the end of the day. But for most people, especially if you're probably in a Bachelor of Arts. Probably really doesn't matter what degree you end up with, I'm going to be really honest. But, obviously, if you're studying science, girl, I'm not speaking to you. You know what you're doing, girl. You're doing, and I don't. Keep doing, okay. I failed my science class in college. But I think that, like, this is why it's like, I wish some, even, like, if it was just, like, community college was, like, just, like, public school, because, like, it's so incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
See, now I sound like Uncle Jim, where it's like, no, you should go to college. I don't think Ming shouldn't go to college, but I think it's also really important to validate people at this age where it's like, I think there's a part of you that probably knows what you want to do. Maybe not forever. Yeah. You don't have to make a decision about what you're going to be at 40 today. But I think it's okay to be like, what is your goal for the next 1 to 2 years?
Yes, exactly. That's the hardest part about Ming is that because he is not doing well in school and it's not good, not a good student, and maybe is not, like, good academically, that's why he wants to just work. Because he is finding him value in that. And it's like, I understand that. I would want him to at least try it and maybe not pressure himself like how he feels with his friends of, like, you have to go to a good school, you have to go here and there. I wish, like, there was, like, a community, I'm sure there is, of that kind of...
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure there are, like, smaller colleges or whatever.
Yeah.
Universities.
Universities.
Lang and Preo are making flower baskets together for the festival to give to each Jim and Ming, and then that
Preo,
it's just really
so funny because Preo's like, oh yeah, we're making one for Jim and Ming, and Lang is like, well,
it's so good. They have such good
great
they're
chemistry.
So funny
they're really
together.
Funny together.
And then they reveal that they saw Ming talking to one over at the mall, which I thought was going to come up as like a thing. I thought it was going to come up
more. I think it ended up becoming a situation for one to, like, reach back out again to Jim.
Heart and Li Ming are gonna drink together.
What else are they gonna do?
What else are they gonna do?
Because Heart's mom was like, have fun tonight. Oh, we'll be at your uncle.
Late.
Yeah, we'll be home late.
Yeah.
Oof.
So they're gonna drink, and then they're gonna top back up the bottle with tea. It's not a good idea, babe, but good luck. Hope that works out for you.
And he throws him his own little festival.
I know, this is my...
He puts a little candle in a little paper boat, and it's in a bucket. Mm-hmm. And so they have their own version of the festival.
So I looked it up. So Loi Krathong is... it has its roots in Hindu Diwali festivals.
Okay.
And then, like, as it spread out of India, it, like, was transferred into this festival from, like, Hindu converts to Buddhism. Mm-hmm. Like, ages ago. It's just like it's like a water lantern,
and it is like a
lantern festival.
You pray your dreams and your wishes
you wish on the lantern, and then you send it off.
Wow.
Now I even read criticism being like, there's too many styrofoam boats, there's a lot of trash that ends up in the, like, that was all very interesting.
Yeah,
but that's,
I think, is the goal supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like a leaf woven boat or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Leaf woven. The festival, when it's held in Chiang Mai, is like 3 days long.
Wow.
Like, it's like it's like a festival. It's basically the Festival of Lights. That's what Diwali is.
Yeah.
That's the origin of blah, blah, blah. That's the transference. Okay. I just didn't know, so I looked it up. Yes. Love the Heart Li Ming sending the little boat and then, like, doing the little dance. I loved it so much. Anything they do on the show, is going to ruin us. Send me over the moon. Meanwhile, one is out with his stepdad at dinner. He
calls him his dad, but we have picked up that it's his stepdad.
And invites Jim to also have dinner with them. So he meets his stepdad. They have, like, a nice dinner together, blah, blah, blah. There's a little bit of, like, well, he calls you uncle, so what should I call you? Ha, 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 ha. We already kind of addressed that. After dinner, they do this long walk and talk. All one shot, by the way. And one advocates on Li Ming's behalf.
Yeah.
And I loved that he was like, it wasn't like, oh, I want to play devil's advocate. Like, he was like, people make good money if they go to, like, the US, and, like, maybe it's like, even, like, maybe it's not as bad here as it is, or, like, maybe it's not as bad there as it is here, or whatever. I just liked this whole scene, and I also liked in this scene too. Isn't it like one says something about being like, and I live, paycheck to paycheck.
Yes,
and Jim is like,
you don't know what it's like to.
He does say, like,
it's like rich people don't
understand
know the true plight of poor people.
Yeah,
because he makes the comparison that, like, he doesn't know if he has enough to eat tomorrow.
And then they send flower baskets in the pond together. The ones that...
The pool. It's like the pool of this...
Oh, yeah. Of, like,
this resort that they had which made me think, like, is that where his dad is staying? Maybe his dad isn't in Pattaya.
And then we also get a scene of Gaipa and his mom sending baskets off together as well. None of these are in the same place, but I like that she's like, when are you going to get a man? And he's like, I'm
trying.
Listen, lady.
Well, the thing we didn't talk about was at the dinner with the dad. And the dad was like, well, when are you going to settle down? Because aren't you dating that guy who has Chinese features?
That was so funny to me because I don't. It's fine.
And one was like, it's complicated.
Yeah. Let's cut to people going to bed. So Hart and Li Ming spends the night.
The shot starts with the mom sliding down the note through the door saying, your breakfast is in the fridge.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So again, she's either not staying or she's also just going to be out the next morning already.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's truly, it's crazy.
Genuinely, the life of this kid is so sad.
Yeah. And then you pan over to Hart, who is smiling in bed. Because in my mind was like watching this, oh, okay, he had a great evening with Li Ming. Then he turns around and Li Ming is
in bed with
him. And they're sleeping together.
It's so sweet.
This is when he's like, can you read lips? And then he like turns around, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
He says, can you read lips? And then he says, have a sweet dream.
Have a sweet dream.
Which again, I said the episode is called The Dream of the Eternal Moon. The whole episode is about people's dreams and wishes.
You know, Adam's never wished me a sweet dream.
That is absolutely bonkers. I hate you.
You don't. Do you wish me sweet dreams?
Yes.
You go, sweet dream.
Yes.
You do that? You kiss my little forehead and tuck me in every night?
I do, every night. And then I sleep in my separate bedroom.
Like Lucy and Ricky.
Mm-hmm. So then one goes home.
He has his own beer. He's texting, assuming he's also telling Uncle Jim, have a sweet dream. And then he gets up and he goes to the bedroom and like takes his charger. There's already a phone on the table. And then the camera pans to the bed and there's someone's already sleeping.
And it's First.
It's First. We finally see First. And he does like open his eyes and it's like... And then in the trailer for the next episode, my little slutty boyfriend is like, well, before you start a relationship, you should really end the current one you're in. Essentially is what he said.
Which, like, Diva, you're the one
then
advocating for him
like,
being a
ooh,
who's
who's this man? Ooh, you had a one-night stand.
I mean...
It is crazy. I mean...
That's also gay people, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
They would.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am intrigued how they're going to treat the Moonlight cheaters.
I think it'll be...
Like we said, Only Friends' conflict was based on he's cheating.
Yes. I don't think it's going... I think it's going to be that we are boyfriends in name only at this point. That's the vibe I'm going to get.
It's a loveless marriage. It's a loveless companionship.
There's been nothing here for years.
Yes. It's which, I mean, these are the lines that you say to the person that you're dating and they find out that you're actually like technically in a relationship. And these are the lines that you say.
Not good.
Not good.
I loved this episode.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
It was very everything. Like, we're raising the stakes. We're adding more layers. We're adding more depth. We're adding more nuance. I'm finding out more about the characters.
They're doing a really good job of eking out exactly what you need every episode.
Yes.
To keep you on your toes.
Yes. While not feeling like, oh, they're edging me.
Oh, yes. Or it's like, when the is this going to get pick up? Hello?
Right. Yeah.
Where's the conflict?
Right.
No, there's been conflict consistently.
The whole time, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so...
Okay, then who is it?
I think my MVP... Oh my god, I really love this Papang performance from A Flashback Girl. I hate to tell you.
Wow.
I don't... am I really going to pick Papang? Am I going to have another chance to pick Papang?
Am I pondering and picking Papang as my...
Papang?
As the player who is performed...
Who are you picking? See, you don't have an answer either.
This is going to get so boring. I can't pick fourth every time.
I know.
But there is just something that connects the storyteller to the audience. The whole scene of him just like in Pattaya, like in the bay, just sitting, looking at the water. At first I was like, this is so fascinating. It feels like it's supposed to be like out of context and like, this is weird. Because I'm like, does this match actually how you feel? And then he spends all night with Hart. And I'm like, yes, it does. That is like, you are not able to be who you are anywhere else but with Hart. And I'm like, oh, that it's almost like that is a transition of out of the day life into the night life, which is kind of what they're playing with. Obviously, Uncle Jim, and like he has a life in the day and then life at night. With
I don't even want to point out the fact that as he like sits on the like edge that wall, looking at the water, like it is twilight. It's the last twilight when he is out there. Anyway, I loved that entire scene of him driving. It really was reminiscent to that It's a Scene when the brother drives
Billiken's
character back. But something about there is such a, if you've never grown up in a place where you felt like you were suffocated, it is such a bizarre, like, you're so, but you also like where you, it's like weird. Like, I never hated that I lived where I grew up. But also I knew that I was like, but I can't be here forever. I just feel like he plays it. There's so much of it is completely unspoken. He has no lines.
He is
and
being
it has to
pushed
be telegraphed
and pulled
through his like face, basically.
Yeah.
And you feel, even though he's so young, you feel the weight of this decision that's like bearing down on him. Oh, he's so good in this.
It's one of my favorite coming of age performances in a BL that we've seen.
Easily. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a rawness in this, unlike in like Gel Boys and Itse, where it feels like, not saying that this isn't artistic, but there is an auteurness in the Pibos way of looking at the coming of age. Here, it feels just a little bit more raw. I don't know, like maybe because it's just on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like there is like a feeling of like, oh, I am just staring at a kid who is trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Earth for this one. Yeah, because I really was like, this was the one where it really locked in for me that he was like, he's playing mature.
Yes, that's true. Because
we got the flashback
of him being
was
more,
he a little bit more open, little bit wistful, less guarded. Yeah. And I think he's like doing a really good job of your reading, like that moment when they both send off the lanterns and they like look at each other. You can tell that he already is in love with one. Yeah. But he like refuses to believe it himself. Yeah. Or at the very least, maybe not in love, but like knows that one is something different. One is something special. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Woo! Wow. 5 more episodes.
It's really great. Sad there's only 5 more episodes. I can't do this. I'm such a brat.
It is so funny because like for Itse, we were like, 5 episodes is just enough because every episode felt like such an epic.
Those were long. Those were like,
they're like long episodes.
I mean, I guess this one was like 74 minutes.
It's close. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna be watching the rest of Moonlight Chicken over on Patreon, and then we'll talk about them here. Boys Loves. Patreon is patreon.com/boyslove. Great. You can join the BL Lover tier or the combo tier to be able to watch this with us, or you can buy the collection of Moonlight Chicken to join us. We are currently also watching Revenge Love, honey.
We are. And we are doing that. Mm-hmm.
And Adam, why don't you go and announce our 3rd BL?
Oh, yeah. Okay, and we're going to start watching Let Free the Curse of Taekwondo starting tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So that'll be...
She won the poll?
That'll be fun. That'll be a show we watched. I don't know if it's gonna be fun.
I don't know if it's fun.
I think it's gonna be a drama. It's gonna be something we watch, and I'll probably cry a lot. Is my guess, because I think it's about.
Thank God I
think it's about daddy issues.
Oh. But I think it's from what I remember from the trailer, they were like childhood, high school friends, like very much when Where Eyes Linger. I think it's that dynamic. And then it's like them reuniting like years later.
Yeah,
as adults.
I think, yeah. I think his dad's like a Taekwondo like coach or something like that. Ooh. I might be completely making this up, But I think there's something about daddy issues.
Okay.
So it's gonna be, if you want to watch me suffer, come on over.
And we do mean both in this one with the daddy issues and with revenge love, because they'll throw a snake, they'll throw a mismatched plaid shirt.
Oh yeah, that's not daddy issues. That's psychotic.
But Adam is suffering.
I am suffering. A double plaid.
It's a fun show, but they will just throw something.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I'm having a great
Revenge
time, but
Love.
they will just throw something, and Adam's
thrilled
like,
that I am not having to write notes and recap it every
because
week.
I don't know who's handling what snakes, who
Girl.
owns what snakes,
Girl.
where are the snakes.
Girl.
Why don't we take all the snakes and put them somewhere else? Literally.
Yeah.
So come join us over there, and we'll see you next time here on Boys Love, Boys Love.